think we all suspected prolonged exposure to... But it's surprising to see...
Is it possible the same thing has happened?
While it's long been theorized we must have something akin to strands in us. On one hand, this means we need mantles to mimic. On the other, Asha, Cassil, and... It's not like Arakim has grown a third up.
You think this is caused by something other than...
Oh, yes. It's that the air is unprecedented. Imagine if every creature...
What do we do about...
Our first step has to be secure. If it's the reason that the Enclave had access to so much magic before the surge, it's also... You see, this is largely an... If we can... Once the level...
Can I do something here? We can upgrade this. I'm using this? Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's go. Seriously? Alright.
Don't forget to block.
No, it's okay. Let's save again. And let's go.
I know everyone's up in their heads right now, but we have real problems to solve. So let's clear the air.
Are you running this discussion then?
She is.
Sev, this has to start with you. We knew you were working with the Eye. We told you we'd have your back. Help us understand what happened. Just breathe, Sev.
I'm sure Bryn and Solar were sometimes called the Watersmiths. Imagine my surprise to learn our talents had been critical to the construction of the tapestry. Our order binds us to always help another Norian. Especially a high-ranking one like Stanild. And to keep their secrets.
So that's how he sunk his claws into you.
Why is the Order so...
We've always been critical to the survival of Taza. Water is life in the desert, and we control the flow of water. The Elders have a secret political chokehold on the kingdom. The altruistic Norians will tell you the secrecy is so no one can undo our work. And so, the Order operates in the shadows. I imagine they were much the same here in the Enclave.
What did Stanild have you doing?
It was all work on repairing the Grand Gate. He'd heard about our success with the gate in the Hollow, and thanks to your help, I was able to do so.
Did you leave the Norians to become Solar's...
One never really leaves the Norians. If word got out about me betraying Stanild, I'd be a dead rubber. No. My people have a ritual known as Ram Bralem. It is a time to pursue another path. And Solar was kind enough to accept...
It's true. I knew it could be temporary, but...
The most important thing is whether we can trust...
Yes, Sev.
I swear, nothing I did was intended to cause harm. Too many of my order are political animals. But there is real good to be found among the Norians. Craftspeople who just wish to perfect their art. To bring water to people in need. To experiment, but need the resources to do so. Unfortunately, too many of those resources are controlled by people like the... They're all the same. They see a point of control, water, information, wealth, and they abuse it. I thought the secrets were a necessary evil for some great purpose, but you all have every right to distrust me.
If you can't be a Norian...
If you'd have me, I'd like to stay.
Those of us who have been here longer than Sev. Thoughts?
It's hard to have divided loyalties. But you did the right thing in the end, and if you hadn't, we might all be dead.
Still wasn't quick enough.
I don't know what to make of any of this. I want to believe you, but it's hard in the uncertainty surrounding it.
When I was going through it, you all pulled together to help me.
You are all heard. And I would add that you joined us under false pretenses, Sev. You had loyalties outside the band you never disclosed.
I have a hard time accepting that he kept so much from us, but shared so much with the Eye. Who knows what Stanild, or gods help us, the Talon heard about. Only time will tell how much damage that's done.
Lane, I hear you and I understand. Sev has real work to do to rebuild trust. Only you can decide when the apology feels real to you. Sev, that considered, you have worked tirelessly since joining us. And before the blade could completely fall, you risked all by blocking it with your own hand. You can never be a Norian again. I do not sense that you wish to be. And who are the Weavers but a group of outcasts and misfits? Just trying to muddle through together. You will stay. And you will help. We have work to do. Tell us about Stanild's...
Thank you, Horia.
This has been a rough ride for, but not us. We're Weavers. But here's our challenge. That Talon. It spoke. It knew things it couldn't.
Then let me, as Horia said, after I repaired the gate, Stanild took me completely into his confidence. Or so he's...
Not realizing
He was increasingly estranged from his daughter. I'd wager he was desperate for a friend.
I'd agree. Based on what he'd learned from the Surgeborn from his friend.
Use my people as a distraction to pull the bulk of the Surgeborn out of the underworks. All while he used the gate to...
There is a place, deep, deep underground, known as the Source. A feat of engineering unparalleled. It's the secret to the Enclave's power. The abundance of magic. The heart of the tapestry. The thing powering the Veil. There was only a single loom gate still connected to the Source after Asylum cleared all connections. And I'm the one who repaired...
The Grand Gate would take him right to the heart of things then.
Exactly.
Stanild thought he could... what? Sneak down there and fix things somehow?
His hope was to go down and secure a working space. Sealed off from the distracted Surge. He wanted to eventually fix things with the help of the Spindle.
That arrogant idiot.
He'd read in his personal archives there was a system designed to shut down the Source in the hopes of discovering how it worked. He had been feeding information to the Spindle about it.
Meaning she might have been working on a fix for the Source without...
Then we have to pursue her research.
Good. But we still have the problem Stanild never saw coming.
Which almost certainly will be unkillable if it operates. It's hard to imagine any place more full of tangles than the literal source of the magic that's over...
On that, I have an idea. If I'm right, we might be able to turn the tables and remove its advantage. I'll need Bryn's help if...
Of course. If it gives us a chance, we have to take...
I agree.
Has anyone just thought to ask the Talon?
What would we ask it? Favorite color? Favorite way to disembowel Ashar?
No, she's right. It has clearly demonstrated an interest in Bryn. Maybe...
I'm not sure I'll get much. But I'm also...
Then we have a path forward. Sev will pursue his thoughts on deal...
My people have started calling it...
Of destruction?
Why not both? As I said.
Fine. Sev pursues weakening this herald. We work with the Axle to look into the Spindle's latest... And if she feels like it, Bryn has a chat with our
As good a path forward as we are going to find.
Okay, aftermath.
I've sacrificed everything.
There are a whole lot of quests.
Still can't believe she's gone.
Her death...
Remains of the day. Weathering the storm. In memory, so all this, I think this one will give us new codex. Save, Axel, Calm,
Never
in
mind.
memories.
I can't even...
Only
go
3,
there
okay.
right now.
I see 4 symbols. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start with him.
Bryn, I examined the wreckage at the Grand Gate after everything that...
Found something useful?
A kinetic strand, in fact.
Yeah, finally we are
Ark
going to
must
get
have
that.
torn it from the Herald's pattern in the chaos of the battle.
Last spell.
Think we could weave it into my map?
I don't see why not. Its pattern appears to be quite similar to those found on wild...
All right.
Then let's get to work.
Thank you. Let's go. This one, kinetic stream.
And we're finished. This will be quite the powerful addition.
How so?
This strand can twist kinetic magic into a tunnel. In battle, you could push debris or enemies through it and send them flying through the air quite forcefully.
Could I jump through it?
I suppose.
Hey, there's a lot of tall buildings, flying creatures.
You're right.
Okay. Seriously? So we got this finally. Man, the best spell is at the last. So we need to defeat 2 times, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Quest complete. There is a quest with Sev.
I appreciated your candor in the meeting.
It was terrifying. You didn't get to voice an opinion with the others. Are we?
Well, I'm not going to pin him. We're a team.
I knew something was wrong the moment that thing... It was very...
Me?
So much so that it said the only way the plan... It reeked of...
But you still...
Sorry. An educated...
And Stan...
The Talon was hit.
Can you tell me more about Stanord's plans for...
He was counting on Isla. She was The Talon had convinced him he'd be able to survive, but... I have a theory.
Right.
What else do we see?
Yeah,
on
with
similar
this we can
cycles?
finally change the weather later on.
Exactly.
It will take, of course, supplies.
So?
You think the aeroliths are...
I do. And in Stanil's private records and designs.
You think the Norians are...
It would certainly explain, if I'm right.
Fewer tangles means less dead me.
You'll need to head to the Watersmith area of the Institute.
That's researched. Cool. Grand gate. Steps research. Okay. Putting down roots. Okay, let's go here first.
So, turns out I don't need it as much as I thought I did when I was sleep deprived.
Funny how much clarity...
Yeah. Along with a few other things, Aurea in the back.
Wow.
Don't mention it. Use it for whatever you want. Gear, weapon.
We got some. Cool. Not much, but some.
I hate to do this when we're already dealing with something like 7 distinct mage. I've got 2 pieces of bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?
The second one.
Excellent choice. We have a stove problem. We use specially enchanted coals to maximize burn time and minimize weight. And second, the stove itself is...
What?
I don't know. I don't do stove maintenance. I'm the logistics girl.
He's still got bum fur, so if he'd...
Regardless, this is a damn and solar fix.
I'm not sure they're in the best place right...
That's why I'm asking you. They both love you. And can be grown-ups for the... Aurea's already sick of...
Okay. We have to talk. And have to go to Institute. And that Cassie done sold. Okay.
I'm sorry.
For what?
You saw through the eye from the start.
I have experience dealing with...
I'm serious.
No one could have predicted that level of...
The Eye is the highest position of leadership within the Enclave.
One we've been told stories of our entire...
The more time we spend here, the more I allowed myself to be blinded by him. Hey. Mind if we talk somewhere?
Lead the way.
I won't be returning to Expedition. I've known for a while now, but I couldn't bring myself to admit it.
I thought you were...
Not as well as I should be. That I got injured at all was a sign that I'm not... I should count myself lucky. Not many points get a career this long. I'm not ready for this to end. What kind of legacy is it To reach the Enclave only to sit by the fire.
But you've had an incredible career. And it isn't ending just...
I know, but it's not the same. And some part of me was hoping to end on a big... I thought if I found out who my father was, if he turned...
Tell me.
I thought I could solidify my legacy in history. Make sense of what my own contributions have been.
You're an incredible weaver in your own right. You don't need impressive parents. And if you had to pick your last act as point, isn't finding your way into the Enclave the biggest... You're everything.
That's very kind. Maybe in time...
Is there anything...
Unless you can give me a few years back.
I understand. I wish there was something I could do to help Aurea see her...
Pledge of Glory. Consult with Lane, okay?
The way I see her. Lane knows a thing or two about recording legacies. Lane, I was wondering if you could help me with something.
What is it?
Well, it turns out Aurea's search for her father wasn't just about...
Crusades into one's lineage rarely are. She didn't find the missing piece of herself that she hoped she would. And
Yeah.
it happens. So, what is all...
She knows she needs to retire. And...
Isn't it strange how the most...
Yeah. I was hoping you could help with...
We could certainly commemorate her career with a... I would suggest we personalize it with anecdotes from each of our traveling companions. Would you interview them for me?
Sure.
Ask whatever you like. Maybe you or some... Why don't I...
Me?
Of course. We'll need your input. What has Aurea meant to you?
Aurea was legendary to... It means the...
Great. I'll take notes when you speak to the others and come...
Seriously? Let's go talk with everyone.
That
Pledge of Glory.
You know, a lot of point. And there's.
I'm just
We'll
going to...
definitely...
Yeah, give everything. Dude, these dialogues are way too much.
Bryn, Egypt is the not when cat.
The game was kinda very straightforward game. Kill monsters and collect codex, that's it actually. And go here and there. Collect things, come back, talk. Half an hour.
Bryn, check. He did all.
Your idea to if audio not at the long and I bear that's I play.
I mean, I definitely like the game. It is fun to play actually, explore and fun. To hit monsters.
Great. Let you...
What's going on?
We wanted to present the latest addition to Lane's arc. We all contributed. Though
I've titled it A True and Personal Account.
we wanted to do something
You didn't have to.
We did. You've done.
No one is more deserving of a place in.
So we took it upon...
As a thank you.
Lane, why don't...
Aurea Silverbeak, as she came to be known, was born to Sharian Harpenay and Eugenius Osphine inside the Enclave just before the...
Osphine.
Though she never knew her father, her mother hoped Aurea would follow in her footsteps as a... But Aurea decided to something she would... Will let you...
We hope this account...
I'm at a loss.
Pledge of Glory. I think there is a new quest with him. Hearthfire, exactly.
Bryn, I was so moved by what you did.
Thank you.
But her father, Eugenius Osphine, I know who he is.
You do?
Yes. And I want you to make it. I can give you a key swatch.
Wait, you know what...
I do. And I'm sure Aurea would love to watch you visit on.
Okay, but shouldn't we...
Trust me, this is something you should show her directly. Come back when you've got the offering and I'll give you the key swatch.
Graveside offering. What do we need? Aurea's feather, what? I don't have 20 of these, seriously? What? Okay, I might have sold everything.
One of Oria's feathers would be beautiful as part of the offering for her father's grave.
20 of these, right? Let me just trade it. Now these things, right? 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. You're right. We got everything. And one of these, seriously.
An offering for you, Genius. Time to talk to Arik.
You know what? Let me just craft what I haven't crafted. I haven't crafted this. I need some, okay, level 1s and all. Yeah, you need to craft the first weapons also. I don't think weapons you need to craft. You need to craft only armor. Yeah. My bad. If I'm not mistaken. Weight reduction.
Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while.
I have that, I think. Pathbreaker headband. Bonus health.
If that doesn't keep you safe, I don't know what will. Worth the materials, I'd say.
Okay, all of these are done. This one I have. Trappers.
Not as protective, but great against the elements. Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while. Not too heavy, not too light. Try to bring this back in one piece. Most people couldn't even stand straight wearing one of those. You, however. Ha!
Okay, let's move on to this thing.
It's going to look great.
I think I have that. I don't really remember. I'm just going to make it one more. I should have that.
Form and function. Not too heavy, not too light.
Yeah, we can always dismantle these things and get back everything if we
Try
want
to
to.
bring this back in one piece. Try to bring this back in one piece. If that doesn't keep you safe, I don't know what will. I've always wanted to build something like this.
Okay, last thing. I think I have that. Opportunist, let me see. Okay, I made 2 of these. Okay, I have this. Okay. Wind Skull, I also have that, I think. Yeah, level 4. Vines, Pathbreaker, Fracture. Okay, I think I made everything that we have currently. We still need Tamarkind, Bassinet. We have. We don't have anything. Tamarkind here. Okay. So we need that. We have this. And we also need here. Okay. Should I just make everything here also? I think it is just for the armor, if I'm not mistaken, but let me just in fact create everything that we have currently.
Sword and
I made this or not? I made this.
classic design.
Okay. I need to go. Okay. Crossbow.
Always with
That was nice.
refreshing to work with carved materials.
I think we need to make this. I don't think we need to make any weapons for the achievement, but I'm just going to do it anyway. We can always dismantle these later on. Clean two-hander.
Sweet.
Nice.
Hard.
And we got both of these. Cool. So we have crafted everything that I have currently. Axle. Institute. Consult with Dam. Hearthfire.
Ah,
Yes. We're here.
Anyway, stove's not working. Campfire sucks by comparison.
Yes, please, let's talk about the stuff.
how did we run out of coal anyway? I spent 2 days in Varentia working on that last batch.
Sure. But then we ended up in the Enclave. So now we need to find more.
I don't easily have the materials to process another batch. But I hate to admit it, but that was the one really useful thing I took out of my time with the Church of the Hallowed Pyre.
Great. Temple. But what good's coal without a proper place to burn it for?
If we're able to find coal like before, then it'll just be a case of reforming. I will need a few materials.
Good. Excellent. We're moments away.
So I'll...
Go team.
Okay, so we need what? In upper than everyone, okay? Any force resources, okay? Woven resource. Okay. Alright, we can do that. And we can also go to Hearthfire. Yes. Yeah. Get this.
I've made an offering for Eugenia's...
Great. Here's the key swatch to his. I'll join Aurea at the scroll.
Are you sure you don't want to be the one to place the offering?
It will be more meaningful for her.
All right.
Osphine Pastures. We are going there. I think there are 3 codex, if I'm not mistaken. see it here? Yeah, okay. Let's go.
What is this place?
Osphine Pastures. Your
Scout.
father's farm.
So we had the map. Yeah, it is big, and there is an achievement actually to pet these things, I believe.
I thought you'd want to see it for yourself.
Anyway, this is our loom gate. Drop down
My
here. We'll
father
get our
lived
first
here.
codex here. Yeah, how many codex we have? We don't
More
have
than
any.
lived. He gave his blood, sweat, and tears.
Road to market. Reverse. Yeah, 3. Okay. Very nice. So this is well traveled by cart and caravan.
Here's for the Enclave here.
Alright, let's go get our
Eugenius
second one.
Osphine may not have a statue in Denevron for excellence in weaving or kissing the eye's arse,
Basically from there.
but
Yeah,
he kept
here.
the surviving weavers afloat during the aftermath of the surge.
White pond. 2x3. We don't have anything. Yeah, okay, we know list.
I had no idea.
So we'll get this, but first, let me see. Basically from here, from the quest marker. Just go down all the way left and you will see these creatures. I think if we pet them, there will be an achievement and codex is right there. There you go. Can I pet that krill? Petted any krill in the Osphine Pastures. Very nice. We can pet anything. Cool. So that was 30, yeah. 14 achievement more. Weather diary. Very nice. Let's go explore it then.
After the surge, he only kept enough produce to take care of himself and his workers. The rest went to weavers across the Enclave, and his generosity led to many helping him in return.
I can't believe he did so much for the Enclave.
He was a true leader, if not in the most traditional way. A community of workers formed around him, including ex-points, who would transport his food across the Enclave in these caravans. Many of whom went on to form the Scouts as an organization that still exists within Cassidon's Hold today.
So that's how you know all this.
Okay, let's go.
Before the arcs began malfunctioning, they were integral to farming across the Enclave. Many farmers refused to stop using them because of their efficiency, even at the risk of their farmhands being attacked. But your father scrapped his arcs as soon as he got wind of the first malfunction to keep his workers safe.
That can't have been an easy decision.
But he made it anyway.
Everyone thought he was mad at the time, but in a few months when the attacks became widespread, his forethought was recognized.
All right. So this is grave. We can't do it right now. Okay. Where are we going then? I don't know, where are we going? Yeah, the wisps are not working here. we can't climb here also. I guess we can go there, check it out. If the game lets us. Okay, illuminate. Hearthfire. So there it is.
After the surge, aftershocks destroyed many farms, including this one. Tangles spread across the land, crops began to die. While other farmers abandoned their livelihood, Eugenius never did. He had to rebuild many times, but he weathered every storm.
Wow. My mother told me he was driven.
Of all his workers, Eugenius was said to be the first one in the field each morning and the last to leave at night.
He sounds a lot like you, Aurea.
Very nice.
This looks like a wooden carving of your mother, Aurea.
Please, bring it back for me.
Of course. This must be your father's grave, Aurea. I'll place an offering here. It certainly won't be lonely. Are all these offerings for Eugenius, Eric? Some of the flowers are fresh.
The scouts continue to take care of his grave to this day, to honor all the sacrifices he made for the Enclave.
He must
Gabriel
have been an
Lapointe.
incredible man.
That is another
This
dev's name.
is so much more than I ever could have expected. Thank you for showing me, Eric. Truly. And Bryn, when you come back to camp, there's something I need to do.
Let's go to base. Yeah, we can't use that. We need to run. Can we all come and live here? Good thing about bases is that we don't have any stamina bar, so we can just run and run.
All right, everyone. It's no secret that my role in our band is changed. What each of you has done to help me find peace, and the time has come for me to say that serving each of you as point has been just... Being your point has been the... I've loved every minute. But... She's been doing the job since we got here, and the time has come for us to congratulate
Alright,
Bryn
another
on
achievement.
formally becoming
Point made
your
probably
point.
is going to open now.
Well deserved.
She's been exceptional.
Bryn, care to say a few words?
I wanted this role for so long that, truthfully, the band I got it for, but you've all taught me that this role means nothing without good...
It's crazy to think I ever doubted you. But you were...
I couldn't ask for someone better.
Thank you, or...
You earned it. And it was just hard.
There you go. Cultivating greatness. Okay. Discover the truth of Aurea's heritage. And that's it. Okay, we put down the statue. Cool.
What my father did for the Enclave is... Well, it's more than I could hope to achieve. It's funny. My mother never lied about who he was, but she...
Sounds like he was the hero she described. But from where I'm standing, he seems more...
Yes. You know, my reaction to finding out his identity for the first time wasn't about his job. It was about me. But perhaps my way of measuring success has been far too narrow, and I can't help but wonder if my mother's was too. If that might be why...
Maybe that was...
It wasn't like she put pressure on me, but there were always unspoken expectations, and I'm grateful to her for that. I wouldn't have the career I've had if it weren't for her, but perhaps there's a cycle to break when it comes to how my family has...
I think that's...
You do?
Of course. I told you I look up to you. I can't wait to learn as much from this phase of your career as...
Me too.
So that was 31 achievements, very nice. What else do we have? Oh, I went to go there. Cassidans, cool. Let's go to Cassidans. Any other quest? No? Okay.
You are hardly in any... The council convened and unanimously stripped you of...
And how quickly did you You hardly waited for my...
She is dead because of you. Because of your reckless...
Harun, how dare you? Every decision I've...
Abandoning her at the Grand Gate was for her protection. And that is Khan Arteme to you.
Is this about...
Yes.
No. You're more than welcome at Cassidon's Hold. We wouldn't be here if it were...
I came to offer my
Oh. Thank you.
She was nothing short of brilliant. She dedicated her life to reclaiming lost knowledge.
She was... exceptional.
Then why are you so opposed?
With the Surgeborn swarming Denevron, we can't risk a trip to the Hallowed...
For generations, every Stanild has... Isla will not...
Could I perform the rite on your...
You? Don't tell me you're a...
Skies, do you want a funeral or not?
Isla saved my life.
I suppose you do. Fine. For the rite of ashes, you need to burn an object that was sacred to the deceased upon the height. As you collect the ashes, you must read a rite aloud to thank the flames for bringing the deceased to...
Do you have an object that was...
Isla's most prized possessions aren't in Cassidon's hold. She had a secret. You're sure to find something. She was always sneaking away at...
You knew she was...
I knew my daughter, but return to me.
Thank you, Bryn.
Alright. Bindle's personal effect from her secret refuge near Poldervale in Tregersmire. And... okay, this one is Institute. Let me see. What is the weather? Here, very nice, so we can just go there. Ark of the Forge. I think we can defeat him, probably. Hollow Fire Shrine. He said where? Poldervale, okay. Tapus Lake is kinda close. Okay, Frost. I thought I equipped something else. Everything is level 5, okay. Okay, it is down below somewhere. Oh, right here.
That might be Isla's secret refuge. It's actually not too far from the Seer's workshop. Isla dedicated her life to restoring the Arks.
We have... oh,
right.
okay.
We will need to continue her
What the
research.
heck? I thought that was a statue.
What might she consider sacred? A A letter from the Axel. I should take it back to her. A toy Archon. That's sweet. Dom, do you think this could work for the Rite of Ashes?
It's perfect.
Huh. Isla also had a copy of On the Workings of Archons, marked with annotations, just like Lucia's.
Should I go and defeat the boss? What is that?
Wait, I'm losing you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Weird. The scry was cutting out.
Strange. At any rate, both could be useful. Once you've completed the ritual, I'll take a look.
So I'm going to try to actually defeat him. Big damage probably. I don't think he's going to get damage from the fire. Okay. I didn't even press the button there. What is this? What? I don't have a spell. Sorry. Mana. Like he's not even taking damage. Okay, I am taking damage though. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. You cannot see it. What? All right. Come on. What is happening? I'm getting some frame drops finally in this game. Maybe too much ice, probably. Right this side. No drops. No drops. Come on. I don't think there is anything here. And he's dead. That took some time. Alright, we are getting so many. 8 of them, seriously? That is really good. We are done, right? Upper Division, both are in Alopire. I can just go back to base. Come on, seriously? I definitely need max mana. Miasma! Wintertide, okay. Miasma, seriously? You know what, let's go to base and we'll clear the weather first. It was in lower or upper? Upper. Okay. You alright? Let's go Guild District. Am I getting some frame drops now? I think I need to. Okay, yeah, okay. My bad. There was a Windows update. Let me just see. Yeah, alright. Come on, thank you. So I need to restart the PC at least one time. Oh, there is a dragon somewhere.
I'll need to place the toy ark on the high pyre. This
You know what?
place never
Let me just do this first.
fails to impress. Just imagine it before the veil went up. Wouldn't have had to scavenge for chemically treated coal at any rate.
What? Alright. Nice, so we got this.
Sad to burn such a sweet toy.
Burn the spindle, okay? Burn the spindle's toy. No, not burn the spindle.
Now to collect the ashes. Though the flame abates and the
And we
ash
got the
grows
achievement.
cold,
2
let
asses.
she who
Walked in
worshipped you
footstep of our
rest
dear
in
friend.
eternal warmth.
That is 32.
Beautiful, Brain.
Yep.
I'm sure I
There it is again. The scry is cutting in and out. Dom? Aurea?
We're... Can you hear me now?
You're back.
While you bring the ashes to Cassidon's hold, I'll analyze the scry. Something strange is afoot.
Okay. Cassidon's hold. And the next one is... Alright, need to craft. That's okay. Where is that? Why can't I see it on first try? I don't think it is here. Okay, let's go to base then.